Welcome everyone to our Return to Fitness program. I'm Paget,
And I'm Tanya. And we're
and
sisters.
we're inviting you to work out with us. It's going to be awesome. So this is going to be a pretty gentle workout, so you don't have to worry about sweating buckets or dying partway through the workout. It's designed to kind of reawaken your muscles because maybe you haven't been working out at all, or just a teeny bit. So now you're with us. Cool. I am going to be leading the workout. So Tanya and I will both show some different angles as we go through. We do occasionally have animals in the picture. Sometimes children wander through. So this is just a slice of real life, to be honest with you, you know? So I think your dog is back there.
Yeah, we got Max, but
We
he's
got
helping
Max.
out.
Cool. So
All
we'll
right.
be repeating some exercises. Maybe you saw the other video. That's okay because we can perfect them. But we're going to start this one with like a neck stretch, kind of a scalene stretch. So lean your head over to one side. Look, Tanya's got that angle there. So I've got my head over to the right side. Doesn't really matter if it's the right or left, right? And one thing I do during my stretches too, it's not like it's just the stretch, but I also consider like, oh, how can I start engaging my abs, like pulling my belly button in. Let's go ahead and do that other side. Pulling the head over gently, and now my right arm, the arm hanging down, is gonna pull just slightly down to get a bit more of a stretch. Again, nothing too intense because we are just warming up. And my belly button is kind of pulling in just a little bit to my spine, reminding myself that, oh, right, we're waking up. Okay, bring your head up, and then let's go ahead, roll your shoulders back and down. So you're engaging your back just a little bit. And now I'm going to bring my right arm across. This is a very familiar stretch. If you've seen our incredible volume of videos, you'll see that Tanya has done this before.
This is video number 2. Just want to make a note of that.
Got to start somewhere, right? Okay, let's do that other side. Hear the sound of my child coming up, but I'm confident he's not going to come in because he knows that a recording is actually going on. You are now officially in the video because we are recording. Okay, let's go ahead and bring our arms up, and I'm going to pull my shoulders back a little bit to get kind of a pec stretch. So just my shoulders are up and down, but I'm also feeling something through my chest right here. So kind of pulling that back. And breathing. I mean, you can't forget to breathe. It's automatic, but sometimes a little bit more intentional breathing is good too. Okay. And now we're going to do our calves. We're kind of working from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to be putting one leg forward and the other leg is, so I've got my left leg forward. Again, doesn't really matter. Forward is bent. My back leg is straight. I just remembered I'm not going to like let my belly suddenly flop out, so I'm engaging my belly as well. Leaning forward just a little bit so I can get some stretch in my calves. I think it feels like it's been days since I've stretched my calves. So
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good.
Appreciating the calf stretch. Okay, just breathing in and out, and let's go ahead. I'm going to get the other side. I'm just going to turn all the way around. Got a child slithering across the floor. Try not to be in the recording.
Recording what?
Putting it out to the whole world. The awesomeness that is Paget and Tanya, two sisters working out. It is true. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go down to the floor. And this time we're going to do a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So I've got my right leg in front. Tanya's going to give us that side view, right? Legs are at right angles. But notice her body is really upright too. So she's going to rotate her pelvis just slightly under, right? So we're going back like you're tipping a cup back, pushing forward a little bit so you get that opposite, that hip flexor right here. And then also squeeze that butt cheek. That right there, that one right there, that beautiful butt cheek. That Pilates butt cheek, right? That feels, that is the, what, to me, that's what really gets that hip flexor.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and turn this into a hamstring stretch. So my leg in front, I'm gonna push it out, straighten it, and flex that foot, and then lean forward. And maybe you can't actually touch the floor. That's okay too. You could put a hand on your, right here, your shin, or maybe you just need to go up to your thigh right there. That is okay too. Like, I'm never as flexible as I want to be in this particular position. Taking a few deep breaths in here. Okay, let's go ahead and switch legs. Putting my other leg forward. And again, remembering your pelvis is like a little bit of a bowl, tipping it back just a little bit to get that engagement, and then engaging, again, the leg that's back, engage that butt cheek as well, your glute. Engage your glute, to be technical about it. So my body is still pretty upright. You'll see that with Tania too. She's not like pitching forward or anything. She's really upright. And again, especially if you sit a lot, this is again one of those where I feel like I should be doing it a few times every day because I sit so much. Got my helper Jenny here. Okay, let's go ahead and push that front leg forward, push it out, and flex your foot, lean forward with a flat back. So I've got my flat back going on. My left leg is not as flexible as my right leg. This is our last stretch before we begin. So again, stretches going from kind of top to bottom, sitting down. We'll do a couple exercises that also are a little bit more like top to bottom, just to warm us up. And then we'll do a few strength exercises. So let's go ahead and come out of that stretch. And we're gonna go ahead and stand up. And we're gonna waken up those arms just by doing some forward circles. All right, get some forward circles going. Forward circles. So we're gonna do, let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and reverse that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Next thing, we did some cat-cow before, but now we're going to do a standing cat-cow. So I'm just going to go ahead and lean over. My feet are a little bit more than hips width. No, actually, hips width apart feels really good. Slightly bent. And now as I'm here, I can just do my cat, which is coming up, arching. We're all a little bit different in our flexibility. And then coming back down, seeing when you're flexing like that, what kind of flexibility do you have? So again, arching up into my Halloween cat, coming back down into my cow. This time noticing your breath, exhaling as you go into your cat. Inhaling into your cow. We'll just do a couple more of these. Let's do 3 of them. 3 sets. So this is my cat and cow. Trying to make it more fluid if you can. Cat and cow. Last cat. And then my cow. And then go ahead and roll it all the way up. We're going to do a couple of things, a couple of walkouts, which I really love. This really wakens the body, right? So let me move my mat slightly more. I'm in the attic, so I start to hit things in the ceiling. You're going to have to stretch up here. So I'm at the end of my mat here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and stretch up. And you can have a couple options. You can either roll down or you can do a flat back down. I'm going to go ahead and roll down. And then I'm going to walk out my hands to a plank, and then go ahead and walk them back. And then come back up. Okay. So again, go ahead and join me. Stretch all the way up, and let's roll down. Kind of walk out to that plank. If you need to put your knees down, that's cool too, right? We go back into that plank. Let's walk it back. You might even feel your heart rate go up a little bit. I know that I do. And I'm not going to do many. We're just going to do one more because we're wakening things up. And I'm thinking not just about my arms here, but I'm like, my arm is attached to my back. How can I actually engage my back as well? Okay, let's go ahead and move back and roll up. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do just a couple of squats, good old-fashioned squats to get our bodies moving, the blood going just a little bit, working out. My feet are going to be hips width apart. Not going to go over all the pieces to it. Just know when you go down, maybe just go down a little bit, right? Because we're waking up. Also notice that my knees are not going to go past my toes. So that's going to be a really critical thing. And the weights in my heels. So we're going to do just about 5 of them. So let's go ahead and begin. So we're going to do 1. Come up, squeeze your glutes a little bit, get your butt knee action. Otherwise it feels left out. And come up 2. And let's go down again. And we've got 3. And down again. 4. And down again. And 5. Awesome, perfect. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do some body weight exercises. Some of these are Pilates, some of these are other things. You'll see how they go. We're going to start with the first one, which is arms out like this, just like you've got 2 serving platters. And we're going to be making these tiny little golf balls as we go around. Right, just 30 seconds of these. Tanya's from the side. Let's go ahead and begin. Golf balls, little golf balls, right? And you'll notice it's not just my little hand. My hands aren't flopping around, right? It's actually my whole arm, right? You can see actually with Tania, her back is engaged too when she does it. Oh my God, how come my timer is not actually... Oh, my timer just went off now. Oh, we're going to get an extra long round of this one. That's good because you know what? We're also going to move our arms to go back in just a second. Okay, let's reverse direction on these. So you're lucky your arm workout today is a little longer, right? I could feel it. I could feel that burn at my biceps, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. This is really good. All right, 5 seconds. It's an auspicious start. 3, 2, 1. Great. Go ahead and put your arms down. Shake them out while I show you this next exercise. I'm going to start with my hands out. Notice my palms are down, right? So I'll get a little closer for this. Palms down. And I'm going to twist them and bring them behind my body, right? So I'm really also engaging my back. It's partly an arm exercise, but as I squeeze my back, you'll notice it's very much a back exercise, right? So, all right, go ahead. Not yet, not yet. Just shake out your arms still. We got 5 seconds. Okay, now I'm going to put my arms into position, palms down. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. We're doing back behinds. Okay, also notice, like, is your back arching a little bit? Do you need to, like, oh yeah, nice correction, Tania. So she, like,
I'm all oopsie.
she engaged her abs a little bit more. I engaged my abs a little more. You could probably pull in your stomach maybe a little bit more, right? So going ahead, we got 5 more seconds. Then we're going to do a couple of standing core exercises. That was 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stop. So first one is a standing oblique bend. Don't worry about what it is. Just know that your hands are going to be in kind of a goalpost. And I'm going to be lifting a leg and twisting to one side. Lifting a leg. I feel like a marionette, a little bit like a marionette. Right?
Or a cactus or something.
A cactus, right. You're like a cactus bending in the breeze. So we're going to go ahead and do these standing, let's call them standing cactus bends. Broken cactus, right? 5 seconds. Arms are up right here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And I'm really crunching it, right? I'm not just like lamely broke. I'm not a lame broken cactus, really. I'm actually a moving human that's considering my sides when I do this. Because this obliques, right? We're looking at those side abdominal muscles that are really important for rotation. Whoa, I got a little movement there going.
Sorry.
5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, next up, we're going to be doing something which is a warrior balance, right? I'm hoping that I don't hit my mirror right here. So We'll see what happens with that. So I've got my hands up here. I'll show it from the front first. Hands on hips, right leg up. And maybe it's just up and down, right? Maybe that's enough. But maybe you actually want to bend forward a little bit, right? Where I tap back. You do this, bend forward and tap. Or maybe you're feeling like you've got a really good balance day and you're like, oh, I could actually go ahead and go forward a lot more. And then come down, come up. I'm having a very bad balance day, so you got to decide. Tania looks like she's having a good balance day. Keep a target in front of you so you can spot it. It kind of anchors you, right? And I'll just start with the easiest variation as we do this. We'll do one side only, right? 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Great, here we go. So leg is going up and down. And then look at Tania, what she's doing. She's going up, and now she's going back a little bit, pointing back, right? And then up, and tipping forward slightly. Oh, look at that, up. She's got like an arabesque going on, tipping forward.
I figured I'd show the options.
Nice, it looks great. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to do it on that other side. I noticed my standing leg, my butt cheek on my standing leg, it's feeling it just a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, we got 5 seconds. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Hopefully my right side is more stable. 3, 2, 1. I know that's not actually 3 seconds. I totally recognize the folly in that, but you know, so again, I'm just lifting and lowering my foot. Now Tania's going ahead and she's like starting that progression where she's going back a little bit. And then she's going to go like whole hog into this complete.
Oh!
Nice. If you wanted to, you could just never put your foot down. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Whew.
Great. We're going to go ahead and just do some squats. We warmed up with some. Now we're going to do 30 seconds of them, right? So we're going to go straight into that. Feet hips width apart. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do it. Squatting down. Some people are so flexible. I am not a flexible person. Tania's been working on her flexibility. Look at that. She's going down pretty far. Other people go down even farther. But
yeah, there's people that practically touch their butt to the ground.
That's so crazy. That's not me. But
no.
I'm just, especially from this angle, it makes it look like I'm not even bending at all. But I swear I am.
You know, having that counterbalance is nice. When you put those arms out like what you're doing.
3, 2, 1. Good point. Good point. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do just a little bit more leg, right? We're going to do a plie squat calf raise. So legs are wide, right? See, my toes are turned out just slightly. And you're going to do a squat, and maybe that's enough, right? Or you could have if you want a little extra arms, you could put your arms out, right? But maybe you're like, oh, I feel like I need a little calf action. Come up, raise on the balls of the feet, right? Come up, releve. You're like, oh, that's good. And maybe you're like, that's not enough for me. So you can go down and you can jump it, right? So it's whatever your body is saying a yes to. So I'm going to just start off with a few regular squats. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm going to do that. My arms are open, but again, if your arms are like, no more, then just put them down at your waist. That's cool too. And then I'm going to actually add in that calf raise because that feels good to me. Ooh, that's so good. I like that rolling through the feet. I don't get enough of that kind of action on my feet, so my feet are protesting and enjoying. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And then here is our last one. It is a side lunge sweep. So we'll do one side, then the other side. I'm going to go ahead and start on one side, right? Feet are pretty close together. I'm going to lunge out to my right side, right? My feet are parallel. My booty is sticking back, right? But my chest is up. And now I'll come back up. And then when I come up, variation number 1, just come back up and that's it. You're done, right? Variation number 2, maybe you actually want to bring your leg up, right? Like that. And just wait and do a little balance and then come out again. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So you can see the way Tania is doing it right there. All right, so I'm using my right leg is stepping out. Doesn't really matter because we're going to do the other side in just a second. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming out. And this is really nice for that inner thighs. We're not alternating because we're going to go ahead and do the other side in just a moment. Oh, really good. Inner thigh. I always feel this on my inner thigh.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Great. I'm going over to the other side of my mat because I don't have that much space. So maybe you're in a bigger space than me. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. All right, squatting out. Coming back up. Oh, my balance is off. Okay. I'm going to modulate a little bit so I don't tip over. And then Tanya's doing really nice as she comes up. She's like holding that leg right there for a nice balance. And core too. I mean, your core should be engaged. And I think especially when you come up into a balance, you can really feel your abs as you pull in. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, just a couple of stretches right here. We're going to go ahead and put one arm up. Oops. I'm going to come down here so you can see it. Bend it. We're going to get a little triceps in here. And always remembering, like, this is not a time to start. Cool. And let's go ahead and do that other arm. And let's go ahead and put both arms up. I'm going to grab my left wrist with my right hand. I'm going to get a little side stretch in here. And let's go the other side. This side. And let's stand up for a moment. We're going to do just a couple more. I always need a wall for this, but it is my standing quad stretch. So, and you don't have to. Sometimes my balance is good enough that I'm okay. Today, again, has been a little crazy balance day. Trying to remember to keep both knees together. To make sure my back isn't arching too much. And right, see that? Oh, I completely forgot to record it on my watch. So.
Oh, well, that happened to me last time.
But I know I did it. I did a workout. Is it on your watch?
Yeah, I got it this time.
Awesome. And we're going to do just one last thing. We could do it standing again. You might need a wall. It's a figure 4 stretch. So I'm going to take my right leg, put it over here. It's not on my knee. I'm going to kind of sit back into it so I can feel my glute right there. We definitely have a little bit of booty action in this workout. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that feels really good.
I got to do more of this. Okay, let's do that other side.
Oof.
Like I'm stretching out the remnants of other workouts. The ghosts of other workouts are haunting me, and they're located exactly in my glutes.
That's exactly true. I'll second that.
Awesome. And that's it. That is your workout for today. So
Oof.
had a lovely time. That felt good to me, and look forward to having you join the sisters in our next workout.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Paget.
You're welcome. Oh, but you are finishing.
Oh, I'm finishing it.